G'day guys, I'm Max Taylor. I'm the Managing Editor of GORV. We are here in Dargo in Victoria's amazing high country. We've got 3 JB Caravans behind us and we're going to absolutely punish them down some local four-wheel drive tracks, some water crossings, so much so that we've had to get the local recovery guys involved. Let's hope we don't need them. And I'm here with some of the most experienced off-road outback tourers that I know. We've got Anthony McDonald from Red Desert, Macca. Mate, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, Max, for the last 25 years I've been running trips from the high country here right through Cape York and the Kimberley. I've taken dozens of different types of trailers and camper vans and caravans with us. I'm taking the Scorpion Sting and I'm looking forward to putting it through its paces just to see how it performs.
John Willis, better known as Bear. Mate, how about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, you don't want to know, Max. Seriously. Look, I've done a lot of things in my life, mate. Boat builder trained, done a lot of time in machinery, trucks, been off-road, caravans, camper trailers. Boats have been my life as well. Looking forward to a few water crossings today. I hope we don't need the boats.
Which one are you going to be towing?
I'm going to be in the Gator, mate, and I reckon it's got a bit of bite to it.
Well, if you're in the Gator, that leaves me with the Dirt Roader, the semi-off-roader by JB. We've got some Elco suspension to try out as well. I reckon we just rip into it.
Absolutely.
Well, we're burning daylight, guys, so let's get going. Righto guys, so I think we're going to have a little bit of fun today. We're going to head out and down the lower Dargo road a bit. Got a wonderful little water crossing to give these things a bit of a go through, eh?
I didn't bring my life jacket, mate. How damp's it going to be?
That's all right, mate. I've got some floaties for you, Bear, so you'll be all right, mate.
I've got to tell you, they're going to be big floaties for me, mate. Tell you what, fellas, we're passing some absolute iconic country here, aren't we? It's always a great time of year in Dargo, isn't it?
You know what, Bear? I have not been to Dargo in about 5 years. Hasn't really changed. It's just as beautiful as ever.
I'm not going too fast at the moment because I know there's a tree down up ahead, so we always give everybody maximum clearances for safety when we're coming up to an obstruction like that. I suppose I better get out and give him a hand, eh?
Righto, flip it over.
Out the way, she's going to go. I think it's going to snap, mate. Truly.
Oh, if you go sideways with it. Go, you big strong man. Go, Bear.
Whoop, stop, down.
Second strongest bloke I've ever met. You wouldn't credit it. Another tree. Here we go again.
All right, so Mac has just told us that there's another branch down on the road, so have to pull over and see what we can do about it.
All right, what do we got?
Come on, old man.
Well,
Old man, he's
Let's get to work, eh?
man, eh?
Old man.
Hey, this is something new for you, Max.
Now we've just crossed the bridge and the boys have taken their off-road JBs down to the water crossing. You know, I'm towing the 19-foot 6-inch Dirt Roader semi-off-road caravan. So it seems like a good idea to just wait up here, out of the way, and just wait for the call.
well, we're all done here. We're going to do the test run with the car on its own just at the moment and see how we go. Bear's coming along for reassurance because I might need a hug at the other end. Tell you what, mate.
Yeah.
That was a little touch and go.
I was watching, guys. That looked a bit dicey to me.
That was a little bit more than touch and go, mate. It's a deep crossing. It's deeper than what it was last time we were here. What I'm really worried about is not so much the pull of coming across, it's actually the push of the stream sideways on such a big surface area there. So,
no, absolutely.
And floating the traction away.
We want to test these caravans, we want to punish them, but we don't want to be silly either.
No, exactly.
If we've got an alternative river crossing,
We have.
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I reckon we go there. We've still got the recovery truck, and just because we've got that recovery truck there, yeah, we could go down there. We'd probably get the vehicles out, but is that a wise thing to do?
No, it's not. No,
definitely
made
not.
the call. How about that, eh?
That's a bit easy, right?
It is a bit easier on that line. Yep. Sam and Daniel.
How are you?
How are you, boys? Good. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, something
Hey?
different for you, yeah.
What do you think, mate?
Yeah, no, I think you'd be no worries through there.
No worries. Yeah.
Well, I noticed the water only came about 2/3 of the way up the tyres, so
Yeah.
I'm confident, which puts it about here.
About there, yeah.
Which puts it not much deeper than the top of my bull bar.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
is not going to really touch the floors on the caravans. The line you took is just
A lot
made.
better. Yeah, there's some boulders and there's some old footings down there as well. And the only thing that concerns me with that is getting the sweep as we come around with the fold in the caravan. So we're going to have to go fairly wide on that as well to dodge that.
Yep.
But we've got a plan in place, and we know the old story about plans, don't we? They're always made to be changed.
Righto guys, for this first caravan crossing, the two of you are going to jump into the 200 series, towing the Gator.
Absolutely, we have the correct recovery gear, so let's go and do it, I reckon. What we've got here is the vents, the door vents, and that's going to be on the rushing side of the river. So we've blocked out with tape all the way through there, and the door seals as well, just to minimise any water ingress. Right on that line?
Yes, mate.
Now, we're in.
Okay, now we'll do left. Good work, mate. Great stuff.
Through the worst of it, I think.
Great stuff.
Macca! How cool was that?
It was easy as expected because we've done the practice run and we've picked our line.
Absolutely.
And, we nailed it.
Yep, no doubt about that. That was an absolute load of fun. The great unveil. Let's see what happened. Oh, barely a drop. Hey, how good's that?
I'm happy with that.
So
I
am
really,
I.
really am.
We've taken the time, we've done the right thing, we've hurt nothing. But now we've got another job to do. Another caravan to cross. Here we go.
Okay, Macca, I guess it's time to take your cruiser and the JB Scorpion Sting across. I'll ride shotgun if that's all right.
Well, mate, I mean, you haven't got the opportunity to drive across there yourself, so it's only fair that you come across and see what it's like.
Mate, I appreciate that. You're a gentleman.
Let's go do it.
All right. That'll through, mate. You're through. All right. Here we go. Come on.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it.
All right. That sounded really good from my side, mate.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I bought this exhaust and I told my wife at the time that it was because it made the car more fuel efficient. I actually only bought it because it sounds like that. One of the things you can do if you find that the track's a little bit slippery is just to drop your tyre pressures a bit. So I was running highway pressure on the way up. I had a bit of trouble getting up. So I'm going to drop the pressure down about 20 psi and we'll give it another go.
So I've got to say, it's a good day. Probably a little bit of an eye-opener in a lot of ways. I was very thankful that we had the recovery guys. I mean, we had that first attempt, the trial attempt at crossing the river, and we took the totally wrong line. You know what? With a little bit of trial and error and a little bit of sensibility, we certainly got it all happening. And I'm stoked.
You know, watching Macca test the water, so to speak, with his Land Cruiser without the van hitched up, That was really interesting, and to be honest, for a little while there I thought we'd have to find somewhere else to do our water crossings, but you know, watching him come back the other way, it became pretty clear that it would be okay with the vans hitched up. Took some advice from the recovery crew, of course, and away we went, and it was a successful day.
I've got to say, these JB Caravans perform beautifully. I mean, when we're in the river, they've got this, particularly the one that I've got, the Scorpion, it's got enough height that it really wasn't impacted by the flow of the river. Particularly when we went oblique or sideways to the current, it didn't push the van sideways, in which case it might have thrown the back tail end out on the car. I've got to say, we can tick that box for on-road performance. We're ticking that box every hour that we're on these dirt roads, and we've ticked that box in the river crossing. They're absolutely fabulous caravans.
Macca,
How about that?
well done, mate.
Boys, hey,
All
look
right,
at that.
well,
We've done it.
yeah.
Mate, how good was that, and how good did those caravans perform?
Well, I've got to say, the whole day, there's not a thing that went wrong with them. They tracked beautifully. They've got us out there. They've got us back. We've done every type of terrain you can possibly imagine, and they've just shone.
They have.
Nothing's broken. Everything's still in one piece. All the microwaves are where they should be. Nothing's delaminated. These are true off-road vans
They are.
and a true semi-off-roader.
And there remains just one thing. I reckon we toast these vans at the hotel with a cold brown fizzy convivial.
All right.
When in
Come on, Dad.
Dargo, let's do it. They do it.